Aoife, obviously a really historic day with that vaccine being administered in Belfast in the last quarter of an hour. So is this the beginning of the end of our battle with COVID?
Well, I mean, it's a very important day. Like you say, it's such a historic moment. And I don't think a year ago any of us would have guessed that the biggest science story of this year was going to be the rollout of a vaccine we had for a virus we hadn't even heard yet. So it is worth noting how quick this has been. And it's been an incredible year in terms of science. But yeah, so the vaccine is incredibly important, and it will be an incredibly important part of how we deal with this virus. But like the minister just said there as well, it's not everything, and we can't relax. I think we should really celebrate, and it's very much worth celebrating this extraordinary achievement. But it would be a mistake, I think, to just totally relax now. I think it's really, really promising, and it tells us, in a certain sense, it gives us a timeline, I think, of kind of how much longer this is going to go on for. It's not going to go on forever, but we probably have something like a year until most people are protected. So maybe we need to think about, then we refocus how we think about dealing with the coronavirus, and we say, like, what can we do for a year? What can we tolerate for a year?
Aoife, do you think why would it take a year to vaccinate everyone?
Well, it's
Or
just
even close to that?
it's the largest vaccination program that's ever been undertaken. It's bigger than anything that's ever been done before. It takes 2 doses to achieve the immunity or achieve the protective effect. And it's going to be a big manufacturing and logistics project as well. There's just, I think, in a practical sense, we see the logistics of the flu vaccine every year. It's a significant undertaking, and this is going to be much, much bigger. So I
Yeah.
think, just to be realistic with people, I think we can't. Today, the first people started receiving it, but we will be able to count and name, probably by the end of the day, the people who've taken it. Is going to be a small number of people in one day. It just takes time to distribute this, which is not to say
It
anything
does.
bad about it.
Yeah, no, look, it does, but like I have to like absolutely. It's a horrible illness, but the implications of lockdown are also horrendous. They're horrendous on our mental health. They're horrendous
Oh,
for the economy, and to talk about another year of
well,
restrictions, I'm not
I'm
sure. I'm not
okay.
sure the economy can afford that. I'm
Well,
not
I'm not
sure
actually talking
people
about a year
will
of
endure it.
lockdown. I'm not talking about a year of lockdown. I'm talking about a year of certain restrictions. Like, if we could get, for example, into the government's level one, that would be something I think people could live with for a year. I don't think people can live with level three and level five for a year, but at the
Yeah,
moment, the
sure.
government hasn't got us. They don't seem to have a strategy or a plan to get us down to even their level one, and so that would be my complaint about things at the moment in terms of the way things are being handled, like exiting level five into level three rather than getting us to level one, because there's no way I see to get from level three to level one. From level three, we're only talking about bouncing back into level five, unfortunately, because we'll end up in a crisis again in January. And the lockdown is a crisis emergency response. It's not supposed to be your main strategy. And so we
Okay.
did the lockdown twice already. We should have used it in such a way to get things under control and to at least get to something like level one, where we can have a semi-normal life.